Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand aquarium emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Trivia Master Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Welcome, lowly third-dimensional beings, to a very special Friday the 13th edition of Grand Trivia. With me, Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, your home for the hatred and humiliation of human beings. I, of course, as I said, am Grand Trivia Master Fluval. And with me, as always, is intern you. Hey there, intern.
Hi, hello. Hi, I'm intern Christy. Hi, I'm intern
Hello.
Christy.
Thank you, planetscum.live. I'm glad you find me spooky. You lowly third-dimensional beings should be awed by my greatness.
Especially on this Friday the 13th. Oh my God, Fluval. Do you know I am so excited?
Did you book Jason Voorhees?
Oh, yeah.
Did you book Jason?
I booked him for the last Friday the 13th, and we have not found him in the studio. So, presumably, he's still around here somewhere.
We'll have to take a look.
I'm so excited for this time. Except for the likely sudden intrusion of a serial killer.
What?
I'm so excited for your 20 questions of trivia!
That's right, it's 20 questions of general trivia where you get to compete against your fellow lowly human beings.
I am not sure what the Jasons eat, but I do know that we brought one on the station and they have been multiplying.
Also, he doesn't remove his mask to eat.
No.
So it's a lot of funneling things through the little holes in the hockey mask.
We're pretty sure that's how he does it, based on the remains of the interns we found.
That's a fair question, Stephen Premmel. That's a fair question. I think, I do.
Of course. I didn't say that like it was a bad thing.
That's true. I do qualify as one. Oh, Trillis Pug is here saying, yay, intern Kelly.
I am intern Christy.
I don't know who intern Kelly is. This is intern Charlie Sheen.
I'm intern Christy. Hi.
And planetscum Live is Nose Pug and says hello to Pug. But you know what else you can say hello to?
What?
Our Kahoot. So you can sign up and play Kahoot with your as I said, your fellow lowly human beings. And you can do that by using the Kahoot app or going to kahoot.it and entering the Kahoot room code 623-6626. Just like Great Pigeon 52 did. I don't know if they're truly a great pigeon or if they tried to enter something and Kahoot censored it. It does that sometimes. If everyone's name is specially like that.
Look, it's a studio cat.
It's one of our many studio cats. Say hello to the studio cats.
Say hello to the studio cat. You know, we did bring the studio cats on the stage. Well, first there were mice, and then the studio cats manifested. So much like in that situation, what with the Jasons running around the studio, we thought, wow, what better than to get some Freddies up here, you know, to take care of the Jason problem. And now we just have all these Freddys and Jasons.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have a lot of the shapes wandering around here,
Lots of
hiding behind
shapes.
the hedges, and it going.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's gonna be like. Yes. Yes.
Shining Gazelle 27's here. Horde Jedi the 13th is here. Corny X-Corn Fadson Y2KX and Y2K Alice. You know, we were responsible for Y2K.
We were.
We injected some code into all your
It's Jason
computers.
Freddy. Oh my gosh, have the Jasons and the Freddys been breeding together?
Oh no, not a Jason and a Freddy in one.
It's the hybrid
What?
that Stephen Moffat was talking about.
I mean, and I heard the hybrid doesn't actually matter, so hopefully that's true, and it's not going to be the thing that brings us down. Talk about a power couple indeed. The only thing better would be if they had actually done Jason X Freddy X Ash Williams, the thruple from space.
That's who we should get to take care of our Freddy and Jason problem.
Absolutely.
An Ash Evil Dad.
An Ash Evil Dead.
An Ash Evil Dead. I hope he comes with the Evil Dad.
Oh, if
Do
he
you
brings the
think that they
Deadites,
stay
that would be even
behind?
better. I'd love to meet the Deadites. I'd love to get the
Right?
Necronomicon. Oh, poor
Do you
Jedi
think the
makes a great point.
Necronomicon?
Jason, Freddy, Ash, and the Predator are a polycule.
They are.
Oh yeah, Machete
are.
definitely is a factor. Fun. Here's a Fluval's fact fractal for you before the quiz even started. Many of you probably know this, but the Machete from Machete
Yeah.
is also the same character Danny Trejo plays in the Spy Kids movies.
Yes.
So the R-rated exploitation killer made his debut in Spy Kids. Yeah. Robert Rodriguez has confirmed that the Machete from Spy Kids is the Machete from the Machete movies.
Yep.
How is it
absolutely
possible?
was.
Because Robert Rodriguez is a filmmaking renegade who
Yes.
knows you don't need the system because he's his own system. He's his own system.
He's a whole
Get out of my light.
I'm so sorry, Fluval. I'm so sorry. So, Jess Fatson Montgomery assumes the Necronomicon was one of your old journals. Now, Fluval.
Uh-huh.
This is correct, right? This is
Oh,
the
yeah.
old journal that you turned into your English teacher for an essay writing contest by accident.
Yeah, absolutely.
You meant to turn in the other essay, accidentally gave your own journals. They were published because they won, of course.
Of course I won.
You got a full ride scholarship to the college of your choice, and the Necronomicon was printed and distributed all around the world. That world was consumed.
Oh,
by
absolutely.
Evil
That
Dad.
world was consumed by the
Yes.
Necronomicon for sure.
Yes, system. Yes.
System.
System. Down with it.
You're down with the system?
I am down.
Oh,
with
you're
the
down
system.
with the system.
No, down with the system.
Oh, down with the system is what you're saying.
screw
What about a
the
system of a down?
A system of a down.
Yeah, well, would you be down with that system?
I would try it out for sure.
The system is down for sure, Horde Jedi. The system is
Yes.
definitely down.
That is more of a 2002 cut.
Very true,
Yes.
very true, very true. On 2000 Earth, they have yet to be introduced to that and never will be because they will be stuck in the year 2000
yes.
forever. The Society of an
will
Up.
destroy them.
I do like the obscenely, almost extremely positive Society of an Up. There's also been some great Twitter takes about System of a Down.
Oh, really?
How it's just like nonsense words and then hot political take back to back. And it is interesting how young me never found that jarring. I say young me because as an ageless being,
Yes.
I was, I have been in every time as both a younger version of myself and an older version of myself because time is non-linear. Wake up, grab a brush, and put a little makeup.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it better myself. That is actually very true. That was one thing that that is one thing that they were very ahead of the curve on.
Yes.
I do check Twitter. Of course I check Twitter. Follow Radio Free
course.
Multiverse on Twitter as well at RF Multiverse, where we have retweeted some of
Fluval doesn't check Twitter? The most
We made
evil
Twitter.
place?
Yeah, we made Twitter. You think? Excuse me. I'm gonna get full screen for a sec. planetscum.live, you think that there's a hell site that we aren't responsible for? We're responsible for Facebook. Zuckerberg is an aquarium plant made to sow discord, but not the chat app, the like old school meaning of it, you know, like that. We are social media in so many ways. I wonder what, you know, MySpace may not have been us.
No, MySpace, sorry, that wasn't us.
MySpace may not have been us, but Tom did take our bribe to go travel the world as a photographer.
He did.
Because he just wasn't willing to do what was necessary.
It's very easy.
Horde Jedi loves when intern Chevy does the hype faces behind me. I agree.
I agree.
I think it's wonderful.
Oh my God.
I think my greatness deserves to be recognized non-verbally when I'm
deserves all of the hype.
monologuing to the camera. But, you know, people have had plenty of time to join our Kahoot. You can still join once it's underway.
Zuckerberg needs more chlorophyll, yeah. I accidentally put that fungus on it that turns him really, really white, and then he dies because he can't, you know.
Oh, the thing that people use to kill crabgrass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And PlanetScum.live says, I thought there was maybe a fourth or fifth dimensional outlet I'd check before Twitter. I can check all outlets at once. I am Legion. I contain multitudes. I also contain questions. And here is the first question. Of course, I said, here is the first question. What is going on today, Kiesel? Station manager, here we go. Here's the first question.
It's Friday the 13th, Fluval.
Oh, you're right. It's probably Freddy.
Fluval, you don't think.
I don't know, but here's the first question. Mr. Smee is the sidekick of which literary and cinematic villain? Professor Moriarty, Captain Hook, the White Witch, or Smeagol? Oh, if you got it correct, it is, in fact, Captain Hook, who is a famed crook and is in Peter Pan. Let's see our leaderboard. Let's see who got it right the quickest.
Got it faster.
Stephen Premel did, because, of course, the quicker you answer, the higher you score, but Y2K Alice is only 1 point behind
Corn
Stephen
Fudge
Premel.
Son Y2K. All of the X's and different
weighing
faces
you
in
down.
your name, it makes me think that you're a really cool person.
The X's
I
are
see
weighing
that
you
and I'm
down.
like, wow. What a cool person to have that kind of screen name.
Okay. I'm not a third dimensional being, Alice Forever Cemetery,
Alice?
and I just think you need to know that that's the case. And Jess is glad that you appreciate how cool they are.
Yes.
You know what else is cool? Prove it.
Prove what?
Prove it. You need me to prove I'm better than you and I'm a fifth dimensional being? Look at me. Just look at me. I mean, look at me. Look at my hat. My hat. I made one hat appear. I made another hat appear. I made the hats appear and disappear at will on command. I can do it on command. I can do it on command.
Everyone is amazed by your brilliance, Fluval. Everyone is astonished
Thank you.
by how brilliant you are. They cannot stop cheering for you. They
Thank you.
cannot
I'm glad.
stop.
You guys keep cheering for me. Cheer for me. Cheer for me.
I will make you cheer.
Thank you. That's what I was going for, Alice Forever Cemetery. I defy your lowly third dimensional comedy rules. Cheering through the tears. That's what I go for. Cheering through the tears. Let's see. Get out. Let's see who will be cheering for the light. Cheering through the tears. I was just so mad at that implication that I got a little flustered. Let's see who will be cheering through the tears as they answer question number 2. Which one of these is not one of Disney's 7 dwarfs? Bashful, happy, greedy, or sneezy?
Fluval, do you ever cry?
No.
No.
But I mean, fair question. But no, I would never cry. I've never been put in a situation where I would need to cry. I'm always in control. I'm always 5 steps ahead.
What's great is, though, if Fluval were to cry, those tears would be powerful enough to, like, bring the dead back to life by like 5 times over. So they would go through this cycle of like they would revive, and then they would grow really old and die again, and then they would revive, and then they would grow really old and die again, then they would revive, and then they would grow really old and die again, and then they would revive, and then they would be like, why am I on this horrifying Sisyphusian journey? And it would be like, because Fluval cried.
And also,
it's what it sounds like when Fluval cries.
If my tears
of the revival
were put in an ocean.
Yes.
Any ocean. Any rocks.
Yes, any of them.
That the tears that were in that ocean touched would make you old.
Yes.
They would instantly become a beach.
Yes.
That makes you old.
That would make you so old.
If one of my tears gets in an ocean, that beach will make you old. Yeah, it would any edible named after my tears, which I would hate because matter consumption is disgusting and a gross third-dimensional habit, but it would be a hell of a ride. But let's see.
Fluval, yes.
Yeah, what's up?
The ether, yes.
Oh, the ether.
It's the ether.
Yeah, it's the ether. I swim through the ether.
Yes, it's the ether.
Speaking of the ether, let's see who's swimming through the ether on the leaderboard.
Ether.
Oh, wow. Horde Jedi the 13th is now in first place. Stephen Premel in second. Jason Freddy in third. Y2K Alice in fourth. And Corn Fads and Y2K X in fifth. Let's go on to question number 3. What does the TIE in TIE Fighter stand for? Tiny Imperial Entity, technologically inventive, huh? Twin ion engine, or bolo tie?
Technologically inventive,
All of you got it correct. It is in fact twin ion engine. But I got a Fluval's fact fractal for you. Where did I go? Here I am. I got a Fluval's fact fractal for you. Twin ion engine is a backronym. George Lucas actually named them TIE Fighters because he thought they looked like little bow ties. Little incy tiny eeny meeny bow ties. That was, I can neither confirm nor deny that was my goth handle. I was wondering when you'd realize you should step out of my light, intern Coppola, but you did it.
I'm so sorry.
Let's go to our leaderboard and see who's flying up the leaderboard with a.
My name is Intern Christy.
Oh, we also have a question from Alice Forever Cemetery. Is Jizz also a backronym? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is, and I'll leave it to you to figure out how. As we go to question number 4. Which 2000s reality show debuted in Sweden as Expedition Robinson?
Oh.
We tried to watch this show when we went to Reality Show Earth, but we couldn't find someone who would let us use their TV because apparently no one was there to make friends. Oh, if you got it correct, it was Survivor. Expedition Robinson was chosen as a dual reference to both Robinson Crusoe and Swiss Family Robinson. The show premiered in 1997 in Sweden, while the American Survivor didn't start until 2000. And yeah, it is Zazzy Zoon.
Jeez, it's Zazzy Zoon.
Oh, here we go. Jolly Instruments with Zeal and Zoom. And Zoom. Zoom. Let's see who's zooming up the leaderboard, shall we? It's Jason Freddy, who's up in second place. The leaderboard has remained impressively static, despite everyone acing everything so far. So let's see. Oh, what if it's an acronym for Jizzizz?
Jizzizz. I like my Jizzizz music.
Jizzizz is a great vocal warm-up.
Jizzizz.
That's what George's first wife says. Zing!
Zing!
Zing, zing, zing! Let's go to the next question. What did the lion want in The Wizard of Oz, 1939? The Wizard of Oz, of course, is an iconic 1939 film that features a witch with a large army of flying interns losing to a child with a cat, a robot, and a doll. But 3 of you got it correct. It is, in fact, courage. The cowardly lion wanted courage. The scarecrow wanted a brain. Much like our old station manager. And the Tin Man wanted a heart for some reason that I just don't understand. I think that the Infinity Gauntlet is just a much better idea. You know, like, I would much rather have the Infinity Gauntlet than a brain, a heart, and I don't need courage. I'm invulnerable.
A planet-destroying weapon that looks like a moon but isn't a moon.
I mean, that would be pretty nice, too. Big lasers. I like big lasers, and I cannot lie. Much like I cannot lie about who is in the lead on this here leaderboard of ours. It's still Horror Jedi 13, but Y2K Alice is in second. Corn Fats and Y2K is in third. Jason Freddy is in fourth, and Stephen Premel is now all the way down in fifth. And if you're joining...
Still anyone's game.
Absolutely still anyone's game. It's still been very close, and we have a lot of questions left, so if you have just started watching and want to join our Kahoot, go to kahoot.it. Or use the Kahoot app and enter room code 623-6626 because you could still be the dark horse who comes back and wins the entire game.
Especially on this lucky Friday the 13th.
Exactly on this very lucky Friday the 13th.
Fluval, did you put out a machete for Jason?
I did. I always put out a machete for Jason.
Put out your machetes for Jason on Friday the 13th, and maybe he'll leave you a co-head in the morning.
Oh, I hope so. I hope Jason's here somewhere.
Oh, I know he is.
But speaking of creepy men and... Not really. That doesn't actually work. Speaking of...
It always works. Everything you do works, Fluval.
Speaking of men committing violence, let's go to the next question. Which wrestlers were a tag team known as the Brothers of Destruction? Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, The Undertaker and Kane, Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan, or the Super Destroyer Mark II and the Super Destroyer Mark III. Fun fact, all of these are real professional wrestlers. I also want to draw attention to this photo because I can't get the zoom better, but I love the face that the guy jumping off the turnbuckle is making. One of you got it correct. It is The Undertaker and Kane. They were all real tag teams, but the Brothers of Destruction were The Undertaker and Kane, and between 1997 and 2020, the brothers feuded a whole darn lot and won 3 tag team titles together. Oh, dip indeed, Stephen Premel. Oh, dip.
Oh, damn.
So let's see who's dipping in the leaderboard rankings. It's Horde Jedi the 13th as Y2K Alice is now in first place and nothing hurts. Alice is ashamed they knew it. I don't think you should be ashamed. Despite being a multidimensional being, I for some reason know a lot about professional wrestling and...
Horde Jedi done dipped.
Early 2010s comedy.
As long as you're not dipping in the lake where Jason died.
Oh, yeah. Well,
he's still there.
His mom also died in that lake.
Wow, a lot of death in that
It's
lake.
convenient.
I mean, I feel like that would be a great location for another Survivor series. We just put people on the camp. Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake.
Well, his mom died around the lake, not in the lake, but it's still convenient. Jason's Lake Earth sounds like a great Earth. I think that's a wonderful idea, Horde Jedi. Jason's Lake Earth.
Jason's Lake Earth.
I need to see that. I need to see Jason's Lake Earth now, just like I need to see the next question. What is the name of Calvin's superhero alter ego in Calvin and Hobbes? Calvin, of course, is most notably known from the decal of him peeing that's been stuck to the back window of that lifted truck that just cut you off on the freeway.
That cute little yellow hot rod.
Also, that cute little yellow hot rod. Also, he's also well known for preying on other decals. 3 of you got it correct, though. It is, in fact, Stupendous Man. He has many great powers, including ultrasonic hearing, a stomach of steel, flight, augmented speed and strength, high-speed vision, stupendous powers of reasoning, stupendous powers of concentration, and stupendous muscles of magnitude. But despite his great powers, Calvin admits that Stupendous Man has only won moral victories. He has never won anything else. That is a horrifying license plate, Alice Forever Cemetery.
That is hilarious and horrifying.
I'm not a fan of these billionaires coming onto our territory. They need to stay on your lowly, gross earths where they belong. Space is for us, okay? Space is for fifth dimensional beings.
Shoot your shot, random driver.
I mean, also, it actually might work is the worst part.
Yo, right?
If Elon sees that, he will absolutely hit them up. Ugh. Let's distract ourselves from that with our leaderboard. Poor Jedi has retaken the lead, but Y2K Alice is in second, Stephen Premel's in third, Jason Freddy in fourth, Corn Fadson Y2K in fifth, and Sad Elon Simps are eternally in last place. No matter what the context. It could be a trap, Poor Jedi. If it's a trap, that should be a movie, actually. That would be a great movie. Where someone, entraps the billionaire by a novelty license plate.
Yes, and it's like that movie with the super fan.
Swim fan?
Yes.
Did you actually mean swim fan?
No, I have no idea what I meant, Fluval. I'm sorry.
What was the fan like? Was the fan what was the fan? Was the fan like a...
They held someone hostage.
Oh, Misery.
A different one, but yes, Misery.
Not Misery, okay. Were they a teenage girl?
No.
Were they Patton Oswalt?
Maybe.
If they were Patton Oswalt, it's super fan.
Okay. But we'll see. Is this something that you know the answer of? I wonder.
We are not broadcasting right now.
We're not broadcasting. That's so.
We're straight up offline right now.
We are straight.
Oh, we're back. We're back. It looks like we're back.
My goodness. On this Friday the 13th, who would imagine that we would have so much bad luck?
I don't know why. Also, I'm just going to point this out there.
What?
It is not lost on me that so many other shows that broadcast the same way we do don't seem to crash half as often as we do. So I absolutely believe that it is Jeff Bezos trying to censor us because he knows that we are actually in space and all he did was get up to the mid-atmosphere. He's just jealous.
Giant penis ship.
Yeah, his giant penis ship couldn't get as far into real space as we get every week, so he was just jealous.
Yes.
Exactly. It did come as we were outlining a plot to entrap billionaires.
Yes.
Exactly, Stephen Premel.
I think some of these Jasons that are running around the studio might have chips in their head.
We're just too hot for Twitch, and Twitch needs to grow up. Twitch just needs to grow up.
We're too hot for Twitch.
And you know what? I think let's just move on to the next question now that we're back. Who wrote the medieval chivalric romance Sir Gawain and the Green Knight? Geoffrey Chaucer, T.H. White, David Lowery, or we don't know. We don't know.
But Fluval knows.
Well, I know. We in this is the human we.
Yeah, the human we.
Two, you got it correct.
Go.
It is in fact that we don't know who wrote Sir Gawain or Garwin and the Green Knight. We again being humans.
Yeah.
What humans do know is that Geoffrey Chaucer wrote the Canterbury Tales, T.H. White wrote the Once and Future King, and David Lowery wrote and directed the filmed version of the romance.
Yes.
Called simply The Green Knight.
Yes.
And Hor Jedi is pretty sure it was a jizz whaler, if you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. Oh, I know what you mean.
Oh, we know what you mean.
I know what you mean.
We're picking up what you're putting down.
I get it. I get
jokes.
jokes.
We're picking it up.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I wrote a lot of things.
Fluval has written a lot of things and tales where a human displays hubris to an unknown creature and thinks that they have won, but actually has to spend an entire year tortured by the idea of their death, and then it walks straight into that death. What
and not only that,
suffering?
The extra suffering with the movie, not the movie version, the book version.
Yes.
You know, the original. Spoilers for the medieval manuscript, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
Spoiler.
But with the Green Knight, put a little scar on him and making him live in shame for the rest of his life. Like
shame.
That's pretty good suffering. Maybe
it's such good suffering. It's such tastier suffering than just death.
The constant shame for the rest of his days.
Never-ending shame.
I like the sound of that shame. Am I the Baba Yaga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Except all the times Baba Yaga helped anyone.
Oh, not those. I don't know.
Then Fluval was not
That
Baba
was an
Yaga
imposter
those times.
maligning my
Yes.
reputation. Also,
An imposter with a house on
I don't
chicken
get
legs.
it. This just went over my head. I don't understand.
Come.
I don't know. What is... I don't get it. I don't get what that means.
You don't need to know, Fluval, because you know everything. Let's go to the next leaderboard.
Horde Jedi 13th in first place and Y2K Allison second. Of course I know what that means. That was a test and you passed,
Yes,
intern Cheryl.
Fluval, you know
I definitely know everything, for sure. I'm so wise. I know everything.
Don't tell him I'm about reproduction.
What else do I know? The answer to the next question. Before 1999, Sonic's archenemy, Dr. Eggman, was known in America as Mr. Eggman, Egbert, Dr. Robotnik, or William. Seen here is Sonic the Hedgehog going fast. 5 of you knew it. It is, in fact, Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. All day I dream about Sonic. Fair enough.
A-D-I-D-A-S. Adidas!
Adidas.
Adidas!
The character was always called Dr. Eggman in Japan, but Sega America went rogue and called him Dr. Robotnik. His name wasn't consistent until 1999's Sonic Adventure clarified that his given name is Dr. Robotnik and Eggman. Why, that's merely his nickname.
Yes.
Kids can't know about eggs.
Kids cannot know about eggs.
I agree.
Don't tell them about eggs, and don't tell Fluval about S-E-X.
I know about X vs. Sever, the movie with Antonio Banderas and Lucy Liu. Why are you bringing up Ballistic X vs. Sever based on the hit video game X vs. Sever?
Of course you do, Fluval, because you know everything.
I do, just like I know who is in first on our leaderboard. But you'll find out now. It's Horde Jedi, the 13th with the highest answer streak of 3 in a row. Let's see if that continues. In question number 10. True or false, author Jane Austen also brewed beer?
True or false?
I know many of you may think this is obvious, but keep in mind that brewing beer was invented before flannels and non-prescription glasses.
Yes.
Well, 4 of you knew it. It's true. One of Jane Austen's specialties was spruce beer, which is similar to root beer and contains both hops and molasses. While her spruce beer recipe has been lost, if you have to consume matter, you can still follow her recipe for mead. Apparently it's delicious, says Stephen Premel. Nice. I'm glad it's delicious as well. But let's go to the leaderboard and see who knew it. Oh, our leaderboard has remained pretty stagnant. And it's going to remain that way as we take a break to give you a hint at programming that is coming soon in your dimension to the Grand Aquarium Empire Network.
We're going to know the future.
Every night you can see that form of white, though his voice seems to invite. Better leave it alone. Sad and ghostly.
That's right, we'll be going to Noir Earth soon on Radio Free Multiverse, and that was edited by intern Kat, who did wonderful work with it. Anyway, intern Chevy, let's return to trivia.
Christy.
Thank you, intern Charlie Sheen. Thank you, intern Charles Burnett. Let's go to the next question. Thank you, intern Charlie Baudet. Let's go to the next question. Which of these is a real park in Florence, Oregon? Is that Bigfoot Memorial Park, Screeching Weasel Park, Exploding Whale Memorial Park, or there's a beaver on the back of our flag park?
Screeching Weasel Park.
Loyal viewers will remember that there is a beaver on the back of the Oregon flag.
On the back, just right in the middle.
Just a beaver low-key chilling for some reason on that asymmetrical flag, as Stephen Premel alerted us to. in the chat on that great episode of Grand Trivia. Hashtag there's a beaver on the back.
There's a
Indeed,
beaver
Horde
on the
Jedi.
Make sure you always
A planetscum live.
around.
A hashtag is something that is used on Twitter, which I check very often.
Yes. Yes.
Flag wars. Flag wars.
Flag wars. Yes, we actually we piloted Flag Wars on a certain planet, but they just called it World Wars 1 and 2.
Yeah, and they also didn't really get the point that it was supposed to be like a graphic design competition, not a literal
people
war.
with different flags battling each other.
But none of you got it correct, by the way.
Different places.
No one got this correct.
No one got it correct.
It is, in fact, Exploding Whale Memorial Park. It commemorates when the people of Oregon used dynamite to blow up a giant beached whale carcass on November 12th, 1970.
Because otherwise it would just explode.
The name of the park was chosen... Yep, exactly. The name of the park was chosen by the citizens of Florence in 2020.
Yep.
And after we go to the leaderboard, we're going to give you a look at that park. So let's go to the leaderboard. Of course,
it's gonna
nothing
be the
changed
same.
because everyone got it wrong. So here's the park with its mascot.
The
That's true.
intact whale
That's true. They do.
with
They
the
do be
mouth in
exploding.
the wrong place.
Yeah, I saw it as
Its mouth is in the wrong. What?
many humans saw the whale exploding footage at computer camp when they were a tween.
What is happening with that whale's mouth?
It's happy.
But it's in the wrong place.
Happy Rug 10 hates it. What is its
Right?
head? Is at the beginning of the
I think that's
explosion. I
supposed
think
to
it's
be
the
the
blowhole.
blowhole.
Yeah, it's the blowhole.
Which is like, oh, it's on the top of its head.
very
but
much is for
the
tweens,
top
Redactron.
of its head is
Yeah.
back here. And the top of its mouth is up here, so the eyes
Happy
should...
Rug 10 has a theory that was the gash they made to stuff the dynamite inside. I think it's genetic engineering because I mean that can't be a naturally occurring creature.
Genetically engineered. That mascot right there.
I just want to look at it a little bit more.
Right? It's
Stare into its weird eyes that have sewn
Lashes?
on. Well, they have sewn on embroidered like shine,
lashes.
and the shining on the pupil is embroidered.
Oh my god!
It looks like that whale was here to stay. Yeah, also it has legs.
Yes, also that whale does have legs. Definitely genetically engineered to be that way. Yeah.
It's just so wonderful.
The old razzle dazzle.
Speaking of something I'm a lot less happy exists in the world than that
Yeah.
park,
Yeah.
let's go to the next question, which is about Apple computers. Steve Jobs claimed he named which Apple computer after his daughter? The Janet, the Lisa, the Martha, or the PowerBook 6500? Apple is, of course, the Earth religion composed entirely by insufferable dudes in their 20s.
Yes.
Common rituals in the religion include using high-tech equipment to only watch Netflix and sacrificing large amount of money to their overlords.
Yes.
Janet is not a computer. That is a good point, Alice Forever Cemetery, and everyone knew that.
Yes.
But three of you knew it was, in fact, the Lisa. Apple officially claimed that Lisa stood for locally integrated software architecture, but Steve Jobs told his biographer, obviously it was named for my daughter. And
That
yeah,
was a reverse acronym.
I also can't quite believe that the Whale Park answer was right.
They have to do that though, otherwise,
yeah.
like the gases
Yeah, it
will
is-
build up.
It is the daughter he was not nice to. That is true. But Steve Jobs was not nice to many people.
No.
If you read his biography. Let's go to the leaderboard and see who was not nice to the other people on here. Oh, everyone was fine.
Beached
Everyone
whales are
stayed.
very dangerous.
Everyone stayed where they were. Everything is stagnant so far. But, you know, I think as you've been doing these trivia questions, you might have been saying no whammies.
No
hoping you'd get it right.
whammies.
But the saying no whammy comes from which game show? Is that Press Your Luck, Let's Make a Deal to Tell the Truth, or Oops All Whammies? Oops.
Oh, lemons!
Two of you got it correct. In fact, it was Press Your Luck.
Press your luck.
So let's go to the leaderboard and see which two got it correct.
I feel like on this Friday the 13th,
It was Y2K Alice.
we're pressing our luck with all these Jasons and studio cats.
Very concerned about all
Freddy's
these
running out of
Jasons.
the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah, not a fan of all these Jasons, I have to
there's
say.
just a lot. I'm running out of machetes. Look.
By the way, this is what the whammies look like. They're strange. The whammies are red cartoon creatures with high-pitched, raspy voices. Landing on any whammy space causes the contestant to go bankrupt and start over from zero, accompanied by an animation that shows the whammy taking all their loot.
Studio
And here's Studio Cat.
Jesus Christ. Studio Cat was trying to get into the equipment.
Studio Cat just wants to get into the equipment very
I
badly.
was stuck in my dress.
Studio Cat is here, very actively going after those
God.
Jasons.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, that is clearly a lion.
No longer stuck in my safety outfit. This is a safety outfit so that I can do maintenance on the aquarium.
It's key. It's a key outfit.
That's actually how I don't get burnt by Fluval's light.
It's true, yeah. No, it always prevents intern Charlize Theron from getting burned by
Christy, I'm
my
intern
beautiful light.
Christy.
My beautiful light. Yeah, Studio Cat does look like he came from the planet Pandora from Avatar.
Especially with the floof on his tail.
Yeah, the floof on his tail.
Floof.
The floof. I think he wants to be put down.
Go attack some Jasons.
The
Studio
whammies are not from Pandora, by the way, but they were created and animated by Savage Steve Holland and Bill Kopp and voiced by Bill Carruthers.
Cat. Floof.
So let's go to our next question. True or false, lobsters pee out of their faces? Now, we all know interns pee out of their faces, right, intern Charlene? Wait.
I'm intern Christy. Hi, I'm intern.
Oh, no, you bleed out of your faces. You
Yes.
bleed out of your faces, but lobsters do pee out of their faces. The urine comes from antennal glands, which are appropriately located near their antenna, and peeing at other lobsters is involved in both fighting and mating. Ooh, gross. All 5 of you believed, and you were rewarded for your faith in lobsters' ability to pee out of their faces at their enemies and their lovers alike.
Oh.
Ooh. Are you a lobster, or did you pee out of your face? Or are you just happy to see me? Fighting, mating, praying, pissing. Bear cat pee smells like buttered popcorn. I believe that. Also, yeah, lobsters do
I'm
live
sorry,
forever.
Excuse me, bear cat?
Yeah, bear cat pee.
Bear cat.
Maybe this is what Alice has been doing wrong all
Is
these
this
years.
a type of cat?
I can't speak to that. Let's look into bear cats. Let's delve
Is this
deep.
a type of bear?
This is a deep dive into the world of the bear cat.
Like,
Oh,
kind
jeez.
of animal is a bear cat?
Well,
What?
it's
Bubble?
I'm looking it up. Don't worry. It's just taking a
Civets?
second.
What's a civet?
It's just taking a second for my mind link to pop everything up. My mind link, which of course looks shockingly
A
similar to
land
browser
otter.
sharing.
Oh, so a ferret? Is it
Like that. That's
oh,
a bear cat.
Jesus!
Yeah, you see why I made my face?
Oh my!
Yeah, you
That's-
see. Yeah, you made fun of me for making that face, and now you get it though. Like,
That's the ugliest thing from the combination of the two cutest things.
this one looks like it's smoking a little cigarette. This one looks like it's a little detective who got recruited by a dame with a case.
What's with its weird little hands? Does it have 5 little fingers?
Of all the branches in all the world, she wandered onto mine.
Why are they so ugly?
Because they're... Well, I mean,
Like their eyes
Oh.
are kind of like bulging in different directions.
apparently the bear cat is also the name of an armored car.
Oh, is that one cute?
No. No, the only one I've seen has been for cops, so it's
Oh,
not cute at
gross.
all. I'm looking for
A
the...
cob.
I'm not a fan of those ones, but I am a fan of these ugly little creatures. Oh, Bearcats was also a 1971 Western television show.
Ah.
And it was Bearcats! Because it had an exclamation point at the end. All bear cats are bastards. All cats are bears.
All cats are bears.
I might prefer a cat bear.
But see, that's the thing. Cats, very cute. Bears, adorable. Whatever the hell this thing is, the least cute parts of both animals.
Well, apparently a cat bear is a band, is an indie synth pop girl band from London. So yeah, I might prefer them to this creature. This creature looks a lot like Weasel from the Suicide Squad.
This
also
creature does look a lot like Weasel from the Suicide Squad.
Oh, Russian bears are goofy AF.
The creature? There's a specific bear that's a Russian bear?
Well, apparently they huff jet fuel.
Sun bears! Sun bears are fucking hilarious.
Apparently-
They eat ants and they have super long tongues and they look really dumb.
Oh, they do look dumb. You're not kidding. Yeah, they
Show
look.
us a sun bear.
Oh, I'm
Fluval.
in the process. Don't you worry.
I do want to see more of these evil little... Oh! Look at it!
I like the pig nose too.
Has a little piggy nose and such good coloring. Ah,
You know, someone said that they look like humans wearing a bear costume. And, yeah. Yeah. They look like humans wearing a bear costume.
why is its foot doing that? Why do its legs move like that? Does it have knees?
Yeah. A sun bear would be a great morph.
It looks like it has knees. Why is it so skinny? That's the other question. Maybe if it was more rotund.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Animorphs.
after. it
Animorphs
was
gets
that.
freaking wild. It gets
Yeah.
dark. This is a werewolf, probably. Yeah. That I think is right.
Yes, it is like in Princess Mononoke, where the boar with the boar Karkai.
Oh, yeah.
It does look like a rodent of unusual size.
A rouse. A rouse.
A rouse.
A rouse. Rouse.
It. Why are its knees doing that? Also, I heard that they make a really loud noise when they're sucking up ants. They go to bring the ants to the surface, and then you can hear this like awful sucking noise
Slender
through
Bear's
the
pretty good.
entire forest, like, but like so loud.
Well, also the the ant eating feels very rodent of unusual size as well.
Me and the girls at the end of the night.
That's pretty good, despite referencing gross human third-dimensional things that I don't like as a fifth-dimensional being.
Can we find the noise that they make?
Sure.
Is that possible?
Probably. It's got to be somewhere, right?
It's quite bizarre, and it's very loud.
Let's see.
Who else wants to hear what sun bears sound like when they're sucking up ants? It's just...
So I found a sound they make.
What was that?
That was the cub noise. So this is the noise from the cubs via our friends at the San Diego Zoo. Let's see how they sound. That's how the cubs hum.
That's very cute. I know what the fox says. I have that right here.
That is what the fox says. That is empirically true. No one can argue that is not what the fox says. Chaos reigns indeed. I'm trying to find more sun bear noises. I found sun bears barking. But it'll have to be... That's not what they sound like. And the people at home didn't hear.
I don't know.
Yeah, there was an ad. It's a YouTube video, so there was an ad first. So you just heard the sun bear say, "Meet Editor X, the new improved editor from Wix." Also, Wix, you have to sponsor us now that we plugged your thing.
Yes. That it's legally required.
Let me fix this. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. That's what I say when I'm thinking things. Oh, and now it's a different ad has started playing for human healthcare, which I obviously don't support because it's like, why would I help take care of a lowly third dimensional being? Okay, here we go. Here it is. It's them barking.
Oh, they sound like dogs.
They do sound like little doggies.
I'm sorry, goat pegs? Is there a goat peg?
What are you talking about?
Goat pegs and moon bears.
Are goat pigs real?
Are
No.
dog bears?
Goat pigs aren't a thing.
Damn.
No, it sounded like a pig and a goat combined. That makes
Oh,
sense.
it does.
Yeah, pig dogs aren't a thing, but they sound like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not super audible in that video, unfortunately, but they did sound like little dogs.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Little ant-eating dogs.
Wait. We may not have... Okay. The comments say we may not have heard it yet.
Oh.
So let's try it again.
Oh my
That's
God.
them. Yeah, I expected it to be a lot more ambiguous over was I hearing a bark or not, and it was not. They just sound like a dog.
But like...
They sound like a mad... They sound like a big dog.
Ah! Like,
Someone get them a t-shirt because they're a big dog.
oh my.
Can they kill you? Well, Google's question was, can sun... Apparently... Oh,
Of course it can kill you if it wants to. They're
Not
huge.
me.
I don't think... no, it can
Not
kill...
me.
it
Nothing can kill me.
It can kill third-dimensional beings.
nothing can kill
If
me.
it wants to. It's massive. But like...
But nothing can kill me.
do they often want to? No, nothing can kill you, Fluval.
I am
Definitely
immortal.
not.
I am the greatest.
Yes.
I am not boundless, but close to boundless. You know,
Close to
I'm not. I'm
boundless.
obviously
Very
not
close.
Grandam Baratheon,
But you're a
despite being decanted
decantation.
from Grandam
Yes.
Baratheon, which I think is pretty great and pretty wonderful and makes me a one of a kind
Gorilla
being.
Rude dog.
Gorilla puppies. That's a good description. So let's go. With that, let's return to trivia, which you can still join if you're new by looking at the what? The leaderboard. Where Y2K Alice is in first, Horde Jedi 13 is in second, but still within striking distance, and Jason Freddy, Stephen Premel, and Corn Fadson Y2KX can still win as well. It's still anyone's game. We have 5 questions left as we go to question number 15. Former President Bill Clinton and which author wrote the novels The President's Daughter and The President is Missing? Bill Clinton is, of course, the famous Earth saxophonist who had a brief stint in politics. Is that Stephen King, James Patterson, Michael Crichton, or George R.R. Martin, which of course stands for George Railroad Martin? 5 of you got it correct. It was, in fact, James Patterson. Let's go to the leaderboard. Oh, we don't know. I don't know who Jason Freddy is. No.
There we
Patterson
go.
is way too freaking
Now it's
prolific
working.
indeed. Let's go to the leaderboard and solve this mystery of who's in first place. Oh, it's Y2K. Alice. Horde Jedi 13th and second. Jason Freddy, the mysterious Jason Freddy in third. Stephen Premel in fourth. Corn Fadson Y2K in fifth. Target NCAPs taught Horde Jedi. It's James Patterson. That's fair. I think it was YouTube ads that taught me. And KCat Critter says, as a bookseller, Patterson haunts my dreams. Well,
He got
this might be one of the
exclusive
things.
rights to Bookseller Dreams
Yeah.
a little bit ago.
And this might actually be one of the things you see in your nightmares, which is the book The President is Missing, which casts President Jonathan Lincoln Duncan as an action hero fending off possible impeachment and the specter of an imminent terrorist attack. When he learns there's a traitor in his ranks, the president disappears to find a way to stop the attack. And apparently the president uses guns and is just a total badass action hero. The president fending off impeachment is a badass action hero. And apparently in the books, multiple times the president is like, I miss my dead wife. I was so loyal to her my entire life. I miss my dead wife. I'm so glad I stayed loyal to her my entire life.
When was this written?
Oh, post his presidency, like 2016 or 2015.
So definitely post 9/11. A former president is talking about fending off a terrorist attack with guns
Well, a cyber attack. He's
with
fending off a
guns.
cyber attack with guns.
If you shoot
It came
your
out in
computer,
2018.
it can't get you anymore.
Thank you.
If you destroy the computer, all the information will be gone as well.
It's true. But you know what will persist even after all technology dies?
What?
The President's Daughter, their other book. The President's Daughter is actually about a former president named Matt Keating who lost the primary to his former vice president. When the White House drags its feet in saving his daughter, who gets kidnapped by terrorists. Keating goes rogue and assembles a crew who will either rescue the president's daughter or take revenge if they fail. Yeah.
Yes.
It's what if Bill Clinton was Liam Neeson. That's just a funny line, Alice. What is a cyber apricot? Stephen Premmel.
Yeah.
What is a cyber apricot? You don't think it's a good thing if the president goes rogue on a Star Wars story? I, for one, would love if the president just sat around playing Subliminal all day, or Superliminal on What the Golf all day.
Yo, things might get better.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That is true. That is very true.
Very true indeed.
And then all the drones will die as well.
Yeah, when you take out the central control ship, everything gets shut down.
Yep. That's how it works.
Oh,
Yes, please.
do you want, okay, yeah, let me channel that voice again. My fellow Americans, I would once again like to say that I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did, however, go to efreeclub.com where they offer hundreds of free products. And do not go to that link. I said this on LimeWire.
Did they really?
So you can't, yeah, Alice, I was gonna say.
Bill Clinton really said those words?
Alice, I was gonna say, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm curling back my fin to not point at you because obviously Bill Clinton's advisors told him they don't like being pointed at, so he just sort of shakes his fists at people as he talks. No, he does it vertically. He does it like that, exactly.
I'm
A Bill Clinton
presidential
impersonator.
material now.
A Bill Clinton impersonator put up a bunch of fake files on LimeWire to do that so that you would go to his scam
okay.
website, which again, you should not go to. Oh yeah, the thumb would protrude through it like he had your nose. I, of course, have no nose, so I would never fall for that trick. I know I have no nose, Bill Clinton. You can't trick me. You don't have my nose. No one has my nose.
Absolutely no one. I would know if anyone had Fluval's nose.
You would know. Get out of my light. You would know.
I would know.
Much like you might know the answer to the next question. What are the first 8 words of Allen Ginsberg's poem Howl? Once upon a midnight dreary while I pondered, I saw the best minds of my generation. Howl, an awesome poem by me, Allen Ginsberg, or howl, 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 howl.
Ow, 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 ow.
5 of you got it correct. It's I saw the best minds of my generation, but also I just saw an alert from, well, so the poem was inspired by a terrifying peyote-fueled vision. Howell's references to drugs and sex led the government to allege it was obscene and arrest the manager at City Lights who sold the poem to an undercover cop. But thanks to the ACLU and testimony from 9 literary experts, the government lost its case.
I'm sorry, what? Excuse me, back up.
Yeah.
They tried to persecute him for taking peyote.
No. No, even worse than that. They tried to prosecute the manager at City Lights, which is a bookstore in San Francisco.
Like a very famous one where Ginsberg and
it was like the
Burlinghetti,
Beats big bookstore, and they sold it unknowingly to an undercover cop. And so they
just sold a poem to a cop.
They sold a copy of the poem to an undercover cop, and they alleged it was obscene and tried to get prison time for the
manager,
bookseller
because they're
who
like,
sold it.
This fucking poem.
You fucking sold
so
this.
hard.
Yeah, and the ACLU and a bunch of literary experts
What's
were like,
in this
actually,
poem?
no. A lot of sex, both heterosexual and gay, which I think was like the reason they're like, oh no, sexuality. No, thank you. This is.
What the fuck is up with cops? Like,
I mean,
you would think that at that that period of time, they had people of color to bully. I don't know.
I feel like what the fuck was up with cops?
They still do.
I feel like that's a bigger question than we have time to answer here, despite living outside of time and space. But we got a dispatch from a galaxy far, far away.
Where would I like to start?
Yeah, there's a lot there. But Alice has sent us a dispatch from a galaxy far, far away, showing an exploding jizz whaler. Thank you so much, Alice Forever Cemetery, for sending in this art. It is beautiful and iconic. And if you share this anywhere else on social media, we will definitely retweet it and share it, because as a reminder to Planet Scum Live, if you're still watching, yeah, we're on Twitter, Planet Scum Live. We're on Twitter.
This is a blessed Friday the 13th. It absolutely is.
It is a very blessed Friday the 13th.
Jason
Indeed.
has blessed us.
Jason has blessed us. Jason has stabbed. Indeed. Jason has stabbed. Indeed. Also,
Jason has stabbed.
yeah. Also, as Kit Kat Critter points out, Ginsburg was a queer commie who loved psychedelics and hated institutions, so he was the police's worst nightmare.
Because that's their worst nightmare, not crime.
Yeah, no. Because San Francisco.
Not people taking advantage of each other financially and then creating laws that say it's okay.
When did Howl get when was Howl published again? Let me just double check.
Oh.
Howl was published in the 50s.
Ow.
Yeah, in the 50s.
Look,
in
be
1956.
gay, do crimes, watch Radio Free Multiverse.
I mean, that's
that
all
easy.
That's all you need to know, except for one thing. You should also know who's on our leaderboard.
Ow.
I said you should know who's on our leaderboard.
Ow.
Oh, you should know who is on our leaderboard. What the heck is going on with the system today?
Jason?
It is Y2K Alice, Horde Jedi 13, Jason Freddy, who I think is the one toying around with our systems. Jason Freddy! Speaking of the police's worst nightmare, let's
I'd buy that merch too.
To a question of someone who is definitely not their worst nightmare and definitely has licked a few boots in his time. It's a multi-select. Pat Sajak has hosted which of these game shows? Is it Wheel of Fortune, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Jeopardy, or 25,000 Casualty Pyramid? Pat Sajak, of course, also is a conservative who I let Rush Limbaugh guest host his show, where Rush Limbaugh pissed off the audience so much they had to be removed during a commercial break because they were like, what the fuck is your bullshit, Rush Limbaugh?
I love that audience. That audience, 100p from intern Christy, okay? Don't just sit back and listen to Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh guest hosted. I think
Vanna White is chill.
So,
that's what I've heard.
The Pat Sajak show lasted from January to April 13th of 1989 to 1990.
So 5 months.
So 2 weeks before it was canceled on March 30th, 1990, Rush Limbaugh made headlines when he guest hosted the show and entered the audience to get a response from them. And they were just like, your anti-choice stance is bullshit. And the audience was like, yeah. And then he was like, he said something anti-choice, and she said, hey, women's lives are more important than any potato.
Yo.
And then a man shouted, we're going to be wherever you are, and we're going to denounce and expose you. And so then at the commercial break, they had to removed this badass crowd that was like, hey, Rush Limbaugh, go to hell.
Oh my God, that man is my hero. Wherever you are, we will be, and we will denounce and expose you.
It's on YouTube, and it is an amazing watch. But yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about Vanna White. But let's go to the leaderboard and see who knew it, because it was Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah, he hosted Wheel of Fortune beginning in 1981 and guest hosted Jeopardy in 1997 when he and Alex Trebek traded shows for April Fool's Day.
We will denounce and expose you.
That man was badass. But speaking of badasses,
I want that. that on a shirt.
We will denounce and expose you.
Yes, wherever you
Yeah.
are, we will be. And we will denounce and expose you.
Yeah, they removed the crowd, not the bigoted idiot.
Right?
Well,
It's kind of like that you can't fail all of us. Like, the teacher can't fail all of us. It's like, well, they can, unfortunately.
apparently that day they could. It's also funny because he's like,
Denounce, expose, watch Radio Free Multiverse. Yes.
it's really funny because he's like, this crowd was really rioting at me. It's like, well, or you're just a shitty host. Like, if the crowd wants to, like, destroy you, you have failed as a TV host.
Yeah.
Pretty
They should be
intently.
begging to be destroyed by you. Like all of the viewers of Radio Free Multiverse.
No, it is the
you
crowd
all.
who is wrong. Exactly. But yeah, Pat Sajak had a conservative radio show too.
Fuck that guy. Oh my
Yeah, Pat
god.
Sajak, not as bad as Rush Limbaugh, but very bad.
Shame us.
But you know what's not bad?
What?
Our next question. The Maltese Falcon and Vertigo are set in which city? Chicago, Illinois, New York, San Francisco, California, or Gotham City? Oh, don't worry, Kit Kat Critter. We will destroy you, and we have your coordinates. 4 of you got it correct. Both are set in beautiful San Francisco, California.
You should wear flowers in your hair.
And where there is a giant uncircumcised penis dominating the downtown skyline.
You're going to find some venture capital backed people there.
I left my funding in San Francisco. I hope the VCs will find me somewhere there. Did I build this? Or a Jedi?
Yeah. That one?
No.
Fluval did
No.
not build this.
It would be much bigger if I built it. It would be so much bigger.
And instead
Like,
of like stupid
trust me.
waves at the top, they project.
We project this show.
We would project this show. The top of
Yeah.
it is actually all screens where they said
Yeah.
they were going to project art.
They did
It's been
once.
stupid fucking waves
It's
for
been-
the past 4 years.
I don't know why we're so opinionated about this as people who do not live
Nope.
in San Francisco and live
Nope.
outside of time and space. It's weird that we have such strong
But very
opinions
strong opinions
about
okay?
this freaking building. Oh,
Is there a fountain? There might as well fucking be.
actually, I have a footage, not footage, but I have an image of. I have image of the projection on top, not of the cool one, but of the
Oh.
boring one that you see every
Yes,
night if you live
every
in
fucking
San
night.
Francisco. It's just this. Oh yeah, it does happen to lots of third-dimensional buildings. They get
Yeah.
erected and then they just really irritate everybody.
It's just an Apple computer. It's just an iPod computer or an iPod commercial. It's an iPod commercial from,
without the music, without the
music.
soul-redeeming quality of those Apple commercials.
and it's every single fucking night. And they got San Franciscans to pay for it. Yeah, because that's what San Francisco needs, a giant penis with an iPod
but
commercial on top, so that people stop thinking that they actually give a shit about anyone but themselves.
I would recommend everyone look up the.
Is it the souls that Salesforce has bought? This is probable. That is why the Golden Gate Bridge started crying. It is.
I think that the cord to try your sound effects are just.
my
I
sound
think you're. It seems like it's loose because there's a lot of clicking coming
Oh.
from it right now.
Here, let me.
Okay, that seems
see
better.
What I can do.
No, that seems better.
Studio-
The
Jason
clicking's
might
done.
have.
The clicking is done. I think Jason pulled it out. Oh yeah, Salesforce does own Slack now. That's true.
Jesus.
Try another sound effect. Oh, I guess I know we can hear your music, so we know it's working. Jason's been messing with the wires, but we
Jason
solved
is
it.
messing with the wires.
Goddamn
the
Jason
Freddies
wires.
that we released are not taking care of it.
Frickin' Jason.
The Predator to get the Freddies who aren't getting the Jasons.
No.
But then we're gonna have to bring in a Terminator to get the Predator.
And I'm so tired of this setup where whoever wins, we lose. Like, I just want to win sometime. Let's see who's winning by going to the leaderboard. It's Y2K Alice who's still in first place, but I know for a fact.
Plot twist, they team up.
What a great plot
to
twist.
Make incredible media. As long as it's stuff
Great point, Stephen Premel. If we just install an Event Horizon, it'll clear all out.
Yes, perfect.
But you know what? Speaking of
That's a good idea.
Speaking of the end of the world, let's go to the next question. Who invented the pan-galactic gargle blaster in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Is that Zaphod Beeblebrox, Ford Prefect, Arthur Dent, or Marvin the Paranoid Android?
Versus the cook, the thief, his wife, her lover.
And the hidden twist post-credit scene where the time traveler's wife appears from a portal. But 5 of you knew it. It is Zaphod Beeblebrox, former president of the galaxy. The guide considered the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster to be the best drink in existence and compared it to having your brain smashed out by a slice of wet lemon wrapped around a large gold brick, which is actually something you can experience in Aquarialand, our theme park. So check out that with all the torture rooms. It's the most miserable place on Earth.
They're so excited. Everyone's
Yahweh,
so excited.
how do you get there? You will know when the time is right.
Yeah, you'll know when the time is right. Don't worry.
You will
about
know.
it. You've already
High
been
five.
selected.
Well, we did say misery was involved. Let's go to the leaderboard. Ooh,
She has a toothpaste.
still static. Oh, it is actually that is true, by the way.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What?
No, okay, here we go. Time to show you.
Elastic gargle blaster.
100%. I found it.
Toothpaste.
I found it during the research. Lush.
We
has-
shouldn't have faked Douglas Adams' death and hired him to write for our shows.
Yeah, we should
should've
not
left
have.
him on
We
Earth.
should have. Well, we should have let him split time. We should have been like a divorced parent, where it's like, well, you get to be on Earth on weekends, but most of the time you're with us, and you don't get 2 Christmases, but you do get a Christmas and an Aqueon day. Because they coincide on the calendar. So this is the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster mouthwash tab. Oh, it's gone.
Oh.
They used to have it, but it's gone. It's vegan.
Douglas has actually been haunting the Earth. He's just been hanging out with all of the extremely endangered animals, so no one has noticed.
The planet has, or rather had, a problem, which was this. Most of the mouthwashes on it were rather boring and had been for a rather long time.
That's fucking stupid as shit.
There was a largely unexplored space to fill, and the only way to fill it was to seek inspiration from the wider, largely unexplored space around Earth itself. Again, stay out of space, you lowly humans.
What intern read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and then the only job that they could get was in, like, writing for marketing, and they thought they would be really clever and write the way Douglas Adams does, except none of their sentences, which meander forever, have punchlines!
I can't tell you that, but I can tell you that a shot of lemon oil offers warbling refreshment for the palate. Quinine packs the same mouthwatering taste that's found in tonic water, while aniseed, and heaps of fizz give your mouth a feeling to remember. If you're not currently having adventures with the ape-descended life forms of the little blue planet, it's highly worth the hitchhike. There to try this. After brushing your teeth with a toothy tab or tooth powder. Oh, that's just instructions. That's not the funny part. That's all.
This angers me. Lush is also shit to their employees, so...
I love the name and the reference, and the smell's amazing. When you first put it in your mouth, it tastes all right, but then it gets really soapy. I love the idea, but I won't be buying again. 3 stars. 3 stars. It tastes like soap.
It can be no coincidence. No language on Earth has produced the phase.
Nibble and swish. Fuck you, instructions.
Nibble and swish.
Second opinions. No, it's true. No language on Earth has ever said as pretty as an airport.
Nope.
Neither have we. I don't even know how we're saying it right now.
No, things aren't pretty here. We're here for the hatred and humiliation of human beings.
Yeah, Kit Kat Critter bring up a great quote as well. The ships hung in the sky much in the same way that bricks don't. I love that one as well. That is a mighty, mighty good quote indeed. Oh, actually, or Jedi, great point. Lucifer is quite pretty.
Gorgeous. Lucifer is gorgeous.
Lucifer is an icon.
Yes. That man is a god of words, actually, and none of you have been worshiping him
Such
correctly.
a veiny horse demon.
And he is going to take his vengeance upon all of you.
It's true.
Okay?
You know what else is true?
That's just
And maybe
what it
where
is.
he takes his vengeance upon you.
Oh!
It's our final question. Let's go to it now. It's a double points question. Which of these video games starring an NBA star is not real? Shaq Fu, Sir Charles Barkley in King Arthur's Court, Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City, or David Robinson's Supreme Court? Shaq Fu was Shaquille O'Neal's game. Sir Charles Barkley is Charles Barkley's game. Michael Jordan's game is Michael Jordan. And David Robinson is David Robinson. David Robinson was the center for the San Antonio Spurs in the 1990s.
I knew a dog who was named Snarls Barkley.
Oh, that is real too. Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden is real. But Sir Charles Barkley in King Arthur's Court is not. You knew a Sir... I knew Sir Snarls Barkley as well.
Sir Snarls.
Snarls Barkley was a great name. Is a great name for
It's
a dog.
a great name for a great dog.
But now, let's take a look at some of those very real games. David Robinson's Supreme Court is a straightforward...
I thought it was gonna be
No.
like a courtroom game.
No, it's a straightforward basketball game, except for the fact that they didn't get the licensing rights to any NBA teams. So he was in it, but no real teams were in it. It was just fake teams. And they had a fake sports network that just ripped off the CNN logo, which you can see here in the corner. And then, let's see.
Charles Barkley is dogified enough, but Snarls is a really cute name.
Snarls is a great name. And so here's Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City, which is a game where Michael Jordan fights an evil scientist named Max Cranium with the help of sponsored power-ups. Like, legit, his power-ups are sponsored. There's, like, special Wheaties and Gatorade health power-ups. And he throws magic basketballs at his enemies. There's, like, ice basketballs that are blue and red basketballs that are fire. And it was only for the Super Nintendo. So...
Wheaties.
Yeah, it's a twisted adventure created by vengeful schemer mad scientist Max Cranium, who kidnapped an entire basketball team who are under lock and key. So he has to like wander through the streets of Chicago, find keys to rescue kidnapped NBA players. It's a wild game. Oh yeah, and you get your power-ups by shooting the ball into a hoop. Oh. Ooh. That would be real cool, Stephen Premel. I would watch the heck out of that. And I don't normally watch third-dimensional media.
Yeah.
And now, of course, Shaq Fu is a fighting game where Shaquille O'Neal travels to a mysterious dimension known as the Second World
I am Beast!
to save a child
Set Ra's greatest servant.
who has been kidnapped by Set Ra.
I will beat you senseless.
There's a video game themed comedy show called Shit Arcade where comedians play old video games they draw out of a bag, and they always ended on Shaq Fu because it's just such a legend. Exactly, Kit Kat creator. It is an icon. It's such an icon that they released a sequel, which was a beat 'em up named Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn in 2018.
Wow.
And that expansion had a sequel, or not a sequel, that sequel had an expansion called Barack Fu: The Adventures of Dirty Barry, where you played as Barack Obama, who went on a quest to defeat a fictionalized version of Kanye West.
What?
So you just played as Barack Obama in a leather jacket with guns, taking down the minions of a fictionalized version of Kanye West with stunner shades. But as Alice says, the new Shaq Fu sucks. It's very bad. Yeah, it is very bad. The sequel is...
It is weirdly 2021.
It is. But the original Shaq Fu was also pretty bad, but that didn't stop any children from renting it incessantly at Blockbuster Video. There was also a code where, like, blood got unlocked, because it was basically Mortal Kombat, and, like, you got, like... You could use that code to unlock sort of weird versions, sort of like fatalities, where you had super moves where you could, like, punch people's heads off and stuff. Not Shaq's. No humans' heads could get punched off, just like the mummies and stuff.
The demons.
So Shaq, of course, wins that game. But let's see who won our game by going to the podium. In third place, with 14 out of 20 correct, it's Jason Freddy. whose identity remains unknown. 16 out of 20 for Horde Jedi, 13th and 2nd. And in first place, it is none other than Y2K Alice with 17 out of 20 correct. And of course, Stephen Premel and X-Corn Fadson in 5th.
Congratulations!
That's right. Congratulations
Finally
to
ready
all of
for
you.
Y2K. Congratulations to everyone who participated and gave us all of your data and your coordinates.
Oh, we know exactly
Fluval.
where you are,
Fluval.
which is why it's
We
time.
should give out their gift, their prize, their winnings.
We should. Okay, we are now locked on to Y2K Earth, which looks quite a bit like one of those arcologies from SimCity 2000. Let's deliver the prize there now. Goodbye, 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 Y2K Earth.
We hope that your preparations helped. Don't go. What do different birds sound like? See, this is an important question.
Well, we don't necessarily have to go, but like Y2K Earth has gone.
Yes, Y2K.
Like Y2K Earth is defeated. We are the victors. A winner is us. Oh, and for those who don't know what the arcologies looked like in SimCity 2000, let me clarify that, because there was a joke there, and I don't know that people got it. Hummingbirds aren't what arcologies look like. But see, the arcologies in one of the arcologies in SimCity 2000.
But also, they're doing studies on birds in cities versus birds not in cities, and there's
Look like this.
Like
So it's a
increase
domed
in
Earth.
frequency. It's
That was
really
my joke.
interesting.
My joke was that it's a domed Earth, and the
It's a domed Earth.
Earth I destroy which is domed. See, it was a
That's
great
great.
joke.
That's
The best jokes are the ones you have to explain and involve a Google search.
Yes.
But thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for complimenting my joke, Happy Rogue 10.
That was smart of you, Happy Rogue.
You were very
Yes,
smart.
It is funnier now that Fluval explained it.
That's what I
think so,
do. I like to
too.
pull a Jay Leno and explain a joke.
It was
Good. Thank you so much, Stephen Premel. It means a lot coming from you. Was that joke right off the dome? You know it. You know it. Yes, and is what I always say. You're welcome. It's more than you deserved. It's so much more than any lowly third-dimensional being deserves, but you are indeed blessed by my presence, as you'll be blessed by my presence next week when Grand Trivia returns right here on Radio Free Multiverse, the Grand Aquarium Empire Network, your home for the hatred and humiliation of human beings. That's right. For those of you who are still in Friday the 13th, have a blessed 1.5 hours left. All hail the Grand Aquarium Empire. All hail Grand Emperor Acquion, the boundless enclosure from all which all sea life was decanted.
Out a machete for Jason, and if you've been a good little person, maybe he'll leave you a dead co-ed.
You never know.
You never know.
The fifth dimension. How do I begin to explain this to someone who is so puny? Ha 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 ha. Unlike Fluval of all the dimensions. Here he comes, swimming closer than farther away.